Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace a serpentine belt tensioner on this 2005 Ford F-150 with the 4.6 liter V8 engine. And the items you'll need for this is a new serpentine belt tensioner from 1AAuto.com, a 1/2-inch ratchet, a piece of pipe for some extra leverage, a 10mm socket and ratchet, a torque wrench, and a flat blade screwdriver. Using your screwdriver, just loosen up the hose clamp here and right here. And then push the tab on this hose and pull it free, and then pull your air intake hose free. Now your serpentine belt tensioner is located right down here, and using a 1/2-inch ratchet or breaker bar, you just want to insert it into that square hole on the tensioner. And then using a piece of pipe for some extra leverage, just pull the tensioner back and it'll loosen up the belt. And you can lift the belt up and off the alternator. And then just carefully let the ratchet back down and then pull it free. And now you can pull your belt up and out.
And reach way down and pull the belt off the AC compressor pulley first, which is way down to the left as you're looking at the front of the engine. And then once it's off of that, go down and pull it off of the crank pulley, which is right in the center of the engine.
Now, to remove your tensioner, you want to remove these 3 10mm bolts. And we'll fast forward as Mike removes those. And you can see he decides to use air-powered tools here. You can do that as well. It just speeds up the process. And then your tensioner will pull free. On the bottom is the old serpentine belt tensioner. Above it is the new one from 1AAuto. You can see they're identical and they'll fit exactly the same. We're just going to put our old one back in because it works fine. Just feed your serpentine belt tensioner back down into place with one bolt at the top already in. And then once you get it lined up, just tighten that bolt in by hand and then replace the other 2 bolts and tighten them all up. Then torque each of these to 25 foot-pounds. Now you want to follow this belt diagram as you're putting the belt back on, and you can reference it again throughout the process. And Mike's also going to explain the easiest way to put the belt back on.
First step for putting the belt on, make a kind of a sharp bend in your new belt, and you want to feed that between your tensioner pulley and the idler pulley and go down that way. And it should need to help it along a little bit here. Okay, and as that loop goes down, reach down, and this is your AC compressor down here. Put the loop down and around your AC compressor. Now I'm going to take a loop and loop it down. It's going over the tensioner pulley, but I'm going down and around the crank pulley. Okay, and then hopefully you can see from the crank pulley, make sure it gets onto the crank pulley. And then a little tight up and around the water pump pulley here. Okay, and then there's an idler pulley and your power steering pump pulley. I'll leave it off of the alternator for right now. So I'll put it around the power steering pump pulley over here. around this idler pulley. Alright, so take my pipe, pull as far as I can on the tensioner, and I should be able to lift my belt up. So I'm going to try and take it off of this idler pulley, get it up onto the alternator, pull my tensioner, and then push the belt down so you can see the idler pulley is the last one. Push it right down under.
Replace your air intake hose. Reconnect this hose, and then tighten up those two hose clamps.
We hope this video helps you out. Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free, 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.